One thing is for sure on the Juggernaut program, the volume is very high. But I've only been doing it for 4 weeks now. The past 4 weeks, nothing has been deadly. Nothing has been deadly. 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 Deadly.
Get up! Right. Oh! Come on!
What's up guys, this is Jamie from Heroic Barbell. I just finished up my 4th week of hypertrophy training with the Juggernaut AI program. As you could tell from the intro of this video, this past week was a little bit tougher than the rest of the weeks. I know I joked about things not being deadly. I mean, nothing was deadly. I finished all the work I had to do this week, but it was quite difficult. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video, shall we? Alright guys, so let's start with day one. Day one is always high bar squats, at least for hypertrophy. And last week I did a set of 147.5 kg for 10 at around RPE 8.5-ish, 8.5. And so I thought the next best thing to do would be to go to 150 for this top set at RPE 10. I think that I undershot it a little bit. Look at this guy. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? All right, he's gone now. I think I went a little bit lighter than I should have. In hindsight, I wish I had gone up to maybe 152.5 or even 155 kg for this top set. But I had already picked 150 as my number and committed to it. So after I was done with this set, I input my numbers into the program. I put 150 kg as weight lifted for the RPE 10 set, but then when it asks you for the actual RPE, I put around, I think I put a 9. After that, Chad did some calculations. He told me, you know, do 142.5 kg for 5 more sets of 10 to complete your high bar squat training for that day, and that's what I did over here. These all moved really well. I was actually surprised at how well all of these sets moved. Yes, they were challenging. I don't think that training should be easy. Everything that I'm doing here is extremely challenging. After the first 5, I feel like my head is going to explode. But I somehow managed to keep things together, keep composure, and finish the sets. A lot of the hypertrophy work is really kind of like capacity training. It's like, how much more can my lungs handle, I guess. I mean, that's my fault for never ever training cardio ever. I get winded walking up flights of stairs. So high bar squats went good. The next movement Chad wanted me to do was Romanian deadlifts. Now, prior to this new block, Chad had me doing block pulls, which I did on the wagon wheels. Because this is a new movement, I went very conservative. I kept it only at like 100 kg, and I'm pulling on a deadlift bar. I mean, not that it really matters, but I kept it light because this is a new movement, and I wasn't sure how much I could handle. But like I said before, I set that was my weight. My target weight for the day was that weight. And so that's what I stuck with, and I inputted the numbers into my program, and it calculated, you know, what I should be doing. And hopefully it'll adjust. Chad will keep adjusting it based on the numbers that I'm putting in to the program. Next was Incline Bench. This was fine. I mean, I know I'm not locking it out. I'm having issues pushing past this way. It's not a strength issue. It's a matter of me just like locking up my elbows, which is something I guess I'm not used to. I guess a little bit strange. I don't know what the problem is with that. But I'll definitely be working on that as these weeks continue to progress. Last movement of the day was Snatch grip deadlifts. I think last week I said I hate these. Actually, this week they felt really good. I lowered the weight a little bit, and I brought my feet in and tried to hinge at the hip a little bit more, and these actually felt a lot better. I feel a lot more activation in my lats and my upper back. So hopefully as these continue to go, I'll continue and progress to get stronger on these. Deadlift day. Now this was not an easy day. All day I was thinking about this. So what I pulled last week was 195 kg. So then I came in this week thinking 200 for an RPE 10. Now I really psyched myself up for this set. And it might not look like an RPE 10, maybe it looks like an RPE 9, but I'm glad I didn't go any heavier, because the back off sets were extremely brutal. I think Chad prescribed me to do 187.5 kg for another 6 sets of 10, but I raised my fatigue rating to 4, which I normally don't do, but I don't think I could have handled the 187.5 for the 6 sets of 10, so I dropped it down. So when I put my fatigue level up to level 4, it dropped it down 2.5 kg to 185 kilograms for the 6 sets of 10, but these were still extremely difficult. This workout took me a very long time. I think I rested almost 20 minutes in between each set, and you're gonna tell me that I rested too long, but I was literally lying on the floor. Like, it was hard for me to move off of the floor because I was so winded and like neurologically fatigued. I had like no will to move, and I just wanted to eat gummy bears and nap. After deadlifts, we had high bar. Anyways, deadlifts went okay. I survived. I took like a 10-minute break after I finished the deadlifts, took my pants off and started to squat. A lot of people are asking me what my compression shorts are. They're A7 compression shorts. They're very comfortable. They're a little tight around the crotch area. Good or bad, I don't know. You tell me. But this is 137.5 kg for 4 sets of 10. I was gonna do what I did with the deadlift and raise my fatigue up just because I was feeling a little bit like a baby. But then my training partner was like, it's 2.5 kg. Just do it. Like, you can do it. And that's the benefit of having a good training partner, is that even when you're down, they can kind of help you climb over that mountain a little bit, so to speak. The last movement, I really phoned it in. I was exhausted by this point, was overhead press. I think I did like 95 pounds. That's like 43 kg for my set of 10 RPE. Like, this is hard though. To be frank, I don't military press often, and this weight is extremely exhausting. I forgot to video my Spoto press, so you're not gonna see that this week. Just imagine this, but paused, and like 10 kilograms lighter, and then you'll have it. Excuse me, this is a PR for me. This is 108 kg post boobie injury, so I'm really proud of this. I think they all moved well. I definitely felt them slowing down towards the end, but then when I checked the video, they all moved pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with it. For bench, the whole cycle, this whole block that I've been training, my bench fatigue has always been at 1. Everyone's complaining about the bench volume and intensity, and I mean, I guess I agree, but I definitely am enjoying the easier bench volume and intensity just to rebuild confidence here. I know starting next block they're going to increase it, but this is the last movement here. This is safety squat bar. I realize that when you push the bar out more, the weights kind of get to be like a 90-degree angle with you, right? So opposed to being like down here, they get to like 90 degrees, and then it's much easier to squat, and I just feel like my form is a little bit better, and I feel it way more in my quads. So man, week by week, all of these new exercises are feeling better and better, which is actually helping me build like confidence in all these lifts, and it's making my lifting a lot more fun, because seeing your lifts progress is actually very rewarding. I wanted to talk to you guys about something real quick. I know I'm waiting for the end of the video to talk about this, so maybe no one's gonna watch it, but RPE. I feel like a lot of people, especially beginners, well, maybe beginners shouldn't use RPE, but I think that they should understand it at least. So a lot of people have been asking me, aka like 2 people have asked me, how they're supposed to go about estimating an RPE, right? So for example, let's say that Chad asked me to do a set of 5 RPE 8 on a squat, right? So where do I go? How am I supposed to know what an RPE 8 feels like? Well, if you Google RPE estimated percentage, you can find charts that have, the intensity on the top and the reps here, right? So you have to follow RPE 8 for 5 reps, and it should be a percentage. So for example, an RPE 10 for 10 reps on squat would be around 73.9%, right, of your 1 rep max, okay? Now, RPE isn't an exact thing. You don't have to stick to that percentage. If you're feeling good, you can go a little bit higher. If you're not feeling so good, you can go a little bit lower. But that's like a pretty good estimation of what that RPE should feel like. That's why they gave you the chart. So people that are doing the AI program, if you signed up and you haven't read the literature or haven't read the stuff that was sent to you, I recommend that you go back and you read it. I recommend that you go watch the scientific principles of lifting. I don't know if that's what it's called. I recommend you watch, the pillars of the 5 pillars of squat, bench, and deadlift. These are all important videos to watch. If you didn't watch these, if you didn't read the information, you're a bad consumer. You need to know what you're buying before you buy it. That's my 2 cents. That's all I got for this week, guys. Peace.